Well, starters and drivers at heat number 1 of the afternoon for our top star junior sedans. Some very experienced junior competitors out there. It's a bit of a Margaret River field of the front row. 36 Ava Wilson and the 4 of Ellie Watt. Car number 8 from Albany's Atwell Park is Chloe Coxell. To Chloe's outside, car number 10 of Cody Watt. Harrison Barris, former national champion in this class for I Ride Signs, and car number 18 will go from the inside of the third row. Millie Fairbrass in 48, also from Margaret River. Kiara Fitzgerald in 65, Jessie Hammond in the 5 for Hammond Tire and Exhaust, and Oscar Amato, car number 81. Your 9 starters in the top star junior sedans as we're racing the first race off 30 for a big afternoon at Speedway here in the southwest. In tricky conditions earlier for the day for our junior sedans to negotiate. And Harrison Barris with a great start. Car number 18, he's gone from the third row up into second place early in this one, working to the outside of the Mitsubishi Lancer. From the trade hire Augusta Margaret River Speedway in Ava Wilson, with 1 down and 7 remaining, 8-lap journey for our 2 heat races today for our top star junior sedans. There's a bit of a touch between them in Pearson Teeny corner, in front of the bar down there in turn number 1. Chloe Coxell back in third is Ellie Watt, and Cody Watt got very close for company on the back straight. Jesse Hammond working his way forward in car number 5. He's dad, Mick Hammond, the current Street Stock State champion. Oscar Amato started last of all, trying to work his way forward, and Kiara Fitzgerald rounds him out in the black Hyundai XL, car number 65. But Harrison Barris that last time around a 22.554. His dad, Steve Barris, a former modified sedan state champion. As Barris brings the 18 down the front straight. We've got 5 laps remaining. He's out by 0.9 of a second over Ava Wilson. Chloe Coxell sits in third place in car number 8. And the Mirage from Albany's Atwell Park. So a little bit cold and wet at this time of the year down on the south coast. As Millie Fairbrass, Cody Watt, Oscar Amato, Jessie Hammond and Ellie Watt battle further back in the field. But we're halfway home in the first race of the afternoon. And it's all Harrison Barris, vastly experienced junior sedan campaigner. Won the national title at Kingaroy in January of 2025 over there in Queensland. And he leads out of turn number 4. Be used to these heavy conditions early in the day. Growing up racing down in Albany. Ava Wilson and Chloe Coxell, your top 3. A long way back to Cody Watt, Jessie Hammond, Millie Fairbrass, Oscar Amato, Ellie Watt and Kiara Fitzgerald 1 lap down. But there'll be 2 laps remaining for Harrison Barris as he brings the I Ride Signs Mirage into the front straight. Leading Ava Wilson, Chloe Coxell, so fairly strung out affair, albeit with no stoppages to this point of the race. Cody Watt, Jessie Hammond rounding out your top 5. Oh, we got 1 around on the back straight. Ava Wilson has exited stage left and will only lose 1 spot in the process. Rejoins down there in turn number 3. Chloe Coxell now sitting in second as Ian Grove's gone for the white flag. 1 to run of the Bunbury Speedway for Harrison Barris. He takes the Mirage down the back straight. He's doing double duty this weekend. He's going to race at Ellenbrook tomorrow as well. All things going well. And car number 18 of Harrison Barris will take the checkered flag in our first race of the afternoon. We go green to checker without a stoppage. Chloe Coxell will be your runner-up in car number 8. Then the recovering Ava Wilson will still get home in third from Cody Watt. Jessie Hammond in car 5 will round out your top 5 for each fiberglass down there in Bustleton. Further back to Oscar Amato. Then it was the 48 from Margaret River of Millie Fairbrass. Also out of that part of the world down there in the south, even further of the southwest of our state, Ellie Watt for Kachana Beef. And 1 lap down was a 65 of Kiara Fitzgerald. Quick time on the race, 23.102. As Harrison Barris wins by 4.8 seconds over Chloe Coxell and Ava Wilson as we go green to checker in our first junior sedan race of the day. Well, we're going to go green straight away with the Top Star Junior Sedans. No sighting laps for the second round is what has come through from our Chief Steward for today, Mr. Jerome Sutton, State Steward for Speedway Sedans Western Australia. Oscar Amato, former WA champion in this class, starting on the front row. Jack Wilson out there in 21. Jessie Hammond. Harrison Barris, who won the opening heat, will go from the outside of the second row. Chloe Coxell, Millie Fairbrass, Ava Wilson, Kobe Watt, out there as well. As we're green, Ellie Watt and Kiara Fitzgerald slowing here in the front straight. In fact, Kiara will not take the green. Limits the 65 car to the infield. As Harrison Barris hits the front on the opening lap. On the back straight, he hits the front. Oscar Amato and Jesse Hammond trying to fight back. Three very experienced junior sedan competitors. Run 1, 2, 3 at the moment. The two Wilsons, the siblings from Margaret River in Ava. And also Jack Wilson, Chloe Coxell in car number 8. And then we've got another pair of siblings in Ellie Watt and Cody Watt. Millie Fairbrass trying to get amongst it as well in car number 48. But we're 2 down and 6 remaining here in event number 12. Heat number 2, the Top Star Junior Sedans, and Oscar Amato ranging up on the back bumper of Harrison Barris. Jesse Hammond, car number 5 for Hammond Tire and Exhaust, trying to work his way into the top 2. Further back to the 21 of Jack Wilson. But Oscar Amato applying the blowtorch to car number 18 in front of him, the former national champion in junior sedans in Harrison Barris. And Jesse Hammond doesn't get to race on his home track a huge amount, but he's sitting there back in third place. Family affair for the Hammonds today, as Jesse trying to close the gap on Oscar Amato and Harrison Barris as they exit turn number 4 and head down the front straight here at the wonderful Bunbury Speedway, promoted by the Bunbury Car Club. And Harrison Barris looking to go undefeated in the heat race competition today for our Top Star Junior Sedans. He holds off Oscar Amato and Jesse Hammond. Their line astern, the 3 Mirages, with 2 laps remaining. It's Amato, Barris, Hammond, your top 3, the long way back to Chloe Coxell, who's worked away into 4th place, has put the Wilsons back to 5th and 6th, ahead of the 2 Watts in Cody and Elliott. So they run just ahead of Millie Fairbrass in car number 48. You're in event number 12, heat 2 of the Top Star Junior Sedans, which has 1 lap remaining. And Harrison Barris, you would think he's just going to do enough to hold off the advances of Oscar Amato and Jesse Hammond down the back straight for the last time. Oscar Amato is going to have one last look to find a way past Barris. They exit turn number 4, head to the checkered flag, but it's going to be back-to-back heat race wins for Harrison Barris. He holds off Oscar Amato and Jesse Hammond on a blanket finish. Further back to Chloe Coxell. Then Jack Wilson around at your top 5 from Ava Wilson. Cody Watt in the 10 for Katjana Beef in the southwest of our state. Ellie Watt in the 4 and Millie Fairbrass in 48 with Kiara Fitzgerald, unfortunately a non-starter, in car number 65. But great all-the-way victory for Harrison Barris, who hit the front on the opening lap and held off Amato and Hammond in an entertaining heat race number 2 for our Top Star Junior Sedans. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with our first feature race of the afternoon. It will be for Top Star Junior Sedans. Harrison Barris, your pole sitter, to his outside. Chloe Coxell, a bit of an Albany front row. Oscar Amato and Jesse Hammond will go from row 2. Ava Wilson and Cody Watt from row 3. Millie Fairbrass, Jack Wilson. And a little bit of a drama with the, I believe, the fans or something along those lines. The message coming through from the pits, not working on the Ellie Watt, Katjana Beef number 4 Lancer. Kiara Fitzgerald, who didn't start her second heat, is back out there starting from the back of the bus. This is our first feature race of the season grand final race meeting here at the Bunbury Speedway. Harrison Barris undefeated in the heat race competition. Can he go through the day undefeated, the former national champion in junior sedans? As we're green, 12 laps ahead of our top stars, and Jesse Hammond got a great start on the outside of the front row as Cody Watt slams the concrete wall down there in turn number 1 as we head down the back straight into turns 3 and 4 for the first time. The green lights have stayed on. as Cody Watt limps the 10 car to the infield. And Harrison Barris is your race leader in the high right signs on 18. Oh, Chloe Coxwell's gone around, and Oscar Amato has slammed the concrete wall down there in turn number 1. And we've got caution on the Speedway. Caution on the Speedway here at the Bunbury Speedway. Has designs on racing street stocks and modified sedans this next summer. As young Harrison Barris, car number 18, his dad Steve, the 2010 modified sedan state champion, won that title on home turf in Albany in an XF Falcon, running on methanol back in those days. And then the last state title we had for modified sedans in Geraldton back in February was won by a methanol breathing Holden Commodore. So it was 16 years between a carbureted car winning the modified sedan state title here in the West. Steve Barris in 2010 and the XF Falcon, in 2016 Sam McCauley at Geraldton. Modified sedan state title coming up at Collie this year in mid-March. So 7 cars remain. Chloe Coxwell unable to continue, along with Cody Watt and Oscar Amato. Their days have come to a premature end. So Harrison Barris will lead Ava Wilson, Jesse Hammond, Jack Wilson, Ellie Watt, Millie Fairbrass and Kiara Fitzgerald to the green flag. With 11 laps remaining, Harrison Barris, national champion in 2025, won that title at Kingaroy in Queensland. He will lead out of turn number 2 and down the back straight for the first time. The resumption of this one. Wilson to the low line, Hammond to the outside. That's Jesse Hammond, son of current WA Street Stock champion in Mick. And the Hammond Torrent Exhaust number 5 working to the outside. The Mirage sitting in third from Jack Wilson and Ellie Watt. As, oh no, the 36 has come to grief down there midway through Pearson-Tini corner. Turns 1 and 2 here at the Bunbury Speedway. And we're going to go yellow. Ava Wilson able to get the 36 going. The yellow lights have come on. Now the Lancer gets mobile. Ava Wilson will tackle the tail of the field. Still 7 cars remaining. The 36 Lancer from the trade hire at Augusta Margaret River Speedway. Venue hosted the Super Sedan State title back in March. So, as I mentioned, 2 laps down and 10 remaining. There's 12 lap outing for our Top Star Junior Sedans, event number 23. And Harrison Barris and the All Right Sons, number 18, gets us back underway. Jesse Hammond, loving the opportunity to race on his home track this afternoon, is further back. Heavy contact between Ava Wilson and Kiara Fitzgerald. But the green lights stay on, and does Jesse Hammond have something for his good mate Harrison Barris? These two have come through the junior sedan ranks together, finished on the podium in that national title in Queensland in January of last year. As Ava Wilson has spun well off the racetrack here in the front straight. And we'll take the 36 to the infield, so Ava's race is over. With 4 laps completed and 8 remaining for the 18 of Harrison Barris. Look at Ellie Watt looking to the inside of the 21 of Jack Wilson, the 2 drivers who race on a regular basis down in Margaret River, side by side down the back straight. And the catch under beef number 4 moves up into third place. There's Ellie Watt with a big lunge to the inside on Jack Wilson. Millie Fairbrass running at your top 5 in Kiara Fitzgerald. Rounding them out is now Jesse Hammond having a moment down there in turns 1 and 2. And the 5 car goes the agricultural route onto the back straight, rejoins and around 4th place. Just ahead of the 48 of Millie Fairbrass. But we're halfway home, and the longer this race goes, the further in front the 18 Mirage from Albany's Atwell Park is gets in front of the rest of the field. He's out by 4.2 seconds. Back to Ellie Watt, who has a bit of a moment on the exit of turn number 2. Jack Wilson trying to close the gap on the 4 car. Jesse Hammond will want to try and work his way back into a podium position. The Hammond Torrent Exhaust number 5 from Millie Fairbrass, and the 14, the 48 of Millie Fairbrass, and the 65, I should say, of Kiara Fitzgerald. But we're 2/3 of the way home this time around. 8 down and 4 remaining. And the all right signs number 18 of Harrison Barris has checked out on them. from the 4 of Ellie Watt, Jack Wilson, Jesse Hammond, and Millie Fairbrass is the way our top 5 runner at the moment has come up on the lap car of Kiara Fitzgerald. But Jesse Hammond looking to find a way past Jack Wilson with 9 down and 3 remaining. Here comes Jesse Hammond to the low line on Jack Wilson. They're side by side into turn number 1. And Hammond now into 3rd, puts Wilson back to 4th. But with 2 to run, Harrison Barris's lead was 6.6 seconds that last time around. We'll check the gap in a couple of moments' time. Ellie Watt doing a great job in 2nd. Might have Jesse Hammond for company shortly. Jack Wilson and Millie Fairbrass rounds them out. But the white flag on display from Ian Crowe, 1 to run for the former national champion, who will set off on a big senior career, which will begin in earnest in the next few months. Ellie Watt and Jesse Hammond rounding out your top 3, but down the back straight for the final time. A dominant performance by the former national champion. He's going to go through the day undefeated in the Top Star Junior Sedans. Harrison Barris will take the win, and will lead every lap of the 12 laps in our first feature race of the afternoon. Jesse Hammond tries he may. He's not quite going to get back there for 2nd. Ellie Watt will hold on to it from Hammond. Jack Wilson and Millie Fairbrass further back in car number 48. But let's hear it for him as he comes into the main straight. The family have made the journey up from Albany to be here this weekend. And we'll head up the Forest Highway later this afternoon to race at Ellenbrook tomorrow. Young Harrison Barris, the winning margin between himself and Ellie Watt, 8.8 seconds. And his quick time of the race was a 20.907. So dominant performance by the former national champion. Remarkable stat, the only West Australian to defend a national title in WA. Unfortunately, was unable to go back-to-back. He finished in the top 10 at Esperance back in January. But the former national champion in this class, Harrison Barris, goes on a lap of honour. Let's hear it for him down there in turn number 1 and in the bar here at Bunbury. Hope you enjoyed that start to our feature races for the afternoon. And over there, some hardy souls over there on the back straight, enjoying the sunshine on this late autumn Saturday afternoon here in the southwest. And Harrison Barris will take the win in car number 18. That winning margin again, 8.8 seconds, as event number 24, New Start Junior Sedan Final, is up next here at Bunbury, the season finale for 2025-2026.